in the fading light of the holiday season. As families across Canada unwrapped gifts and shared festive meals, a different kind of story was unfolding online. A short video, purportedly showing a Christmas party at an Amazon warehouse somewhere in Canada, began circulating on social media platforms. What should have been a simple celebration, filled with seasonal cheer and workplace camaraderie, instead became a lightning rod for heated debate, emotional reactions, and difficult questions about employment, immigration, and belonging in modern Canada. The video itself was unremarkable in many ways. It showed a large cafeteria space, filled with tables where workers were eating together during what appeared to be a holiday gathering. Someone had dressed up as Santa Claus, bringing a touch of festive spirit to the industrial setting. But it was not the decorations or the food that caught people's attention. It was the faces in the crowd. According to the narrator who posted the video with a voiceover commentary, virtually everyone visible in the footage appeared to be of Indian origin. Workers, technicians, managers, all gathered together in what the narrator described as a workforce that seemed remarkably homogeneous. The creator of the video was careful, at least in his words, to frame his message in a particular way. This is not a criticism of workers, he emphasized in his narration, attempting to draw a line between the individuals doing their jobs and the broader system that hired them. Everyone deserves a job, he added, positioning his concerns not as an attack on immigrants or people of Indian heritage, but as a question about corporate hiring practices. His central point, as he articulated it, was simple yet provocative. How does a massive warehouse, employing potentially thousands of people, end up with a workforce that appears so heavily skewed toward a single demographic group? To understand the intensity of the reaction this video generated, one must first appreciate the broader context of employment anxiety in Canada. The country has been grappling with complex economic challenges, rising costs of living, housing affordability crises, and a job market that many Canadians find increasingly difficult to navigate. Warehouse work, once considered accessible entry-level employment, has become increasingly competitive. The narrator of the video tapped into these frustrations when he described countless Canadians who claim they apply repeatedly for such positions, submitting application after application, only to receive no callbacks, no interviews, no opportunities. Amazon, as one of the world's largest employers with operations spanning continents, has become a symbol of modern corporate power. In Canada, the company operates numerous fulfillment centers, distribution hubs, and delivery networks that are essential to its promise of rapid delivery to customers across vast geographic distances. These facilities employ tens of thousands of people, from entry-level sorters and packers to skilled technicians and managers. The work is physically demanding, often requiring long shifts, standing for extended periods, and maintaining productivity targets that some workers have described as grueling. Yet for many job seekers, these positions represent stable employment with benefits, something increasingly valuable in an uncertain economy. The video's viral spread was not merely about its content, but about the emotions it triggered. Thousands of comments flooded in from viewers across the political and social spectrum. Some saw the video as validation of their own experiences and frustrations, claiming it reflected a broader pattern they had observed in workplaces across Canada. Others defended the workers, arguing that people should not be blamed for accepting jobs that were offered to them. Still others questioned whether Canadians were actually applying for these physically demanding positions, suggesting that the issue might be less about discrimination and more about the challenging nature of warehouse work itself. The debate quickly expanded beyond the specifics of the video to encompass larger questions about immigration policy, corporate responsibility, and the changing face of the Canadian workforce. Canada has long prided itself on being a multicultural nation, welcoming immigrants from around the world and celebrating diversity as a national strength. Yet this video touched on tensions that exist beneath that polished surface. When diversity concentrates in particular sectors or workplaces, rather than spreading evenly across society, it can create perceptions of exclusion, whether justified or not. The question becomes not whether diversity is valuable, which most Canadians would affirm, but whether the processes that create workforce composition are fair and transparent. Corporate hiring practices, particularly at large multinational companies, are often opaque to outside observers. Amazon, like many major employers, uses sophisticated applicant tracking systems, automated screening tools, and layered interview processes to manage the enormous volume of applications it receives. The company has publicly stated its commitment to diversity and inclusion, publishing workforce demographic data and implementing programs designed to support underrepresented groups. However, the specific mechanisms by which individual warehouses end up with particular workforce compositions remain largely invisible to the public. This opacity can fuel speculation and conspiracy theories, even when the reality might be far more mundane. One explanation that emerged in the discussion following the video was the role of timing and availability. Several commenters noted that many of the workers visible in the video might have been willing to work during the Christmas holiday period, when many Canadians prefer to take time off to be with family. Warehouse operations, particularly during the peak holiday shipping season, require around-the-clock staffing. If a particular demographic group is more willing or able to work these less desirable shifts, perhaps due to cultural differences, immigration status that requires them to maximize income, or simply practical circumstances, it could naturally lead to workforce concentration without any discriminatory intent. The video also highlighted the often overlooked reality of warehouse work itself. These are not glamorous positions. Workers in Amazon fulfillment centers typically spend 10-hour shifts or longer on their feet, walking miles within massive facilities, lifting packages, meeting strict productivity quotas, and working in environments that can be noisy, hot, or cold depending on the season. The work can be physically exhausting and mentally monotonous. While the narrator of the video contrasted these warehouse jobs with lower-paying service positions at places like Tim Hortons, the reality is that warehouse work, despite potentially higher hourly wages, comes with its own set of challenges that not everyone is willing or able to endure. The authenticity of the video itself remained a subject of debate. No independent verification confirmed which Amazon facility it showed, when it was filmed, or whether the workforce composition was representative of the facility as a whole, or just those who happened to attend this particular party. In the age of viral social media content, videos can be decontextualized, edited, or framed in ways that distort their meaning. Yet, even if the specific video was misleading or unrepresentative, it clearly resonated with people who felt it reflected something true about their own observations and experiences. The controversy surrounding this video did not occur in isolation. It emerged at a time when people of Indian origin in North America have increasingly found themselves the target of online criticism and stereotyping. In the United States, Indian technology professionals have repeatedly been accused of taking jobs that should go to American workers, despite data showing that skilled immigration often creates rather than displaces employment. Public figures of Indian heritage, including politicians and business leaders, have faced online harassment and racist commentary linked to their background. This broader pattern of targeting made the Amazon video all the more charged, as it could be interpreted either as legitimate concern about hiring practices or as part of a troubling trend of scapegoating particular immigrant communities. For the workers themselves, those who actually staff these warehouses and do the difficult work of keeping the global supply chain functioning, the video and the reaction to it must have been deeply uncomfortable. Many of these individuals are immigrants who came to Canada seeking better opportunities, following legal pathways, acquiring necessary work permits or permanent residency, and accepting jobs that were offered to them through proper channels. To suddenly find themselves at the center of a viral controversy, their Christmas party turned into evidence in a debate about national identity and employment equity, could not have been the holiday celebration they anticipated. The path forward from controversies like this one is never simple or straightforward. Calls for greater transparency in corporate hiring are reasonable, particularly when companies operate at the scale of Amazon and wield significant influence over local labor markets. If the public is going to trust that hiring is fair and meritocratic, companies need to be able to demonstrate their processes and explain outcomes that appear anomalous. At the same time, workers themselves, regardless of their background, deserve to be treated with dignity and not blamed for structural issues they did not create and cannot control. What the viral Amazon video ultimately revealed was not a simple story with clear villains and victims, but rather the complex, often uncomfortable reality of how modern labor markets function in diverse societies. It showed how economic anxiety, demographic change, and corporate power can intersect in ways that generate genuine concerns. Alongside unfair stereotyping, it demonstrated how a short video clip can become a Rorschach test, with different viewers seeing confirmation of whatever they already believed about immigration, employment, or fairness. And perhaps most importantly, it reminded everyone that behind the statistics, the viral content, and the heated online debates are real people trying to make a living, build a life, and contribute to their communities, regardless of where they or their families originally came from. If you found this story thought-provoking and want to stay informed about the important debates shaping the Western world, then please take a moment to like this video, Share it with your friends and family who might be interested in these crucial conversations. And subscribe to the West is Best channel. We bring you in-depth analysis, balanced perspectives, and stories that matter, helping you understand the complex issues facing our societies today. Your support helps us continue creating content that digs deeper than the headlines and keeps you informed about the topics that truly impact our communities and our future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.